here's Brody Brazil.
So, I gotta be honest here. When I saw this come across social media, literally this morning, I initially thought it was a hoax. Like somebody put this out there wrong on purpose, or maybe they got it wrong unintentionally, or they misinterpreted something, or maybe this was all just AI. But no, it's actually real. Starting in 2026 for select games, the A's are going to wear Sacramento across their chest. And yeah, the headline here is change of course. It definitely is. They came into California's capital city wanting nothing to do with the name Sacramento. Please don't call us that. Don't call us Las Vegas. Don't call us Oakland. Just call us the Athletics. They initially were not going to put the name Sacramento anywhere. Then there's a patch. Now there's this jersey. It kind of goes along with the constant theme of indecisiveness and saying one thing and actually doing another. I know this seems simple, like putting a name across your chest shouldn't be that big a deal. But in the bigger landscape of what's gone on, what continues to happen with this franchise, it is something worth talking about. And yeah, so this is real. There's a press release to go along with this. I'll read what the team is saying, and then I'll give you two parts after that. What I entirely understand about this situation, and things that I obviously don't understand about this situation. From West Sacramento, beginning next season, the A's will take the field in a bold new look. Well, not really. They've worn gold a lot before, like a lot of the 2010s in Oakland. A gold alternate jersey featuring Sacramento across the chest, inspired by popular demand. Well, wait a second. You're listening to people? You've shut off the social media comments, but you're listening to popular demand all of a sudden? The design pays tribute to the club's interim home in the capital region and offers a modern take on the Athletics' iconic gold. And remind me where it became iconic again. You're going back to Oakland iconic stuff. Okay. The jersey will be worn throughout the 2026 season and will be available for fans to purchase in the team store and online as part of the official A's apparel lineup. More on that in just a second, of course. Quote, Sacramento has welcomed the Athletics with incredible passion and support. The new Sacramento jersey is our way of recognizing that support and saying thank you to the fans, businesses, and community leaders who helped bring Major League Baseball to town, said A's president Mark Badain. It has been an unforgettable first season in West Sacramento, and this uniform is another way to celebrate the passion we've already felt throughout the community, end quote. In addition to on-field use, the Sacramento Gold Sacramento jersey will anchor special theme nights and community initiatives throughout the year, including Sacramento Saturdays. What was it last year, like Coliseum Sundays or Farewell Sundays? I don't even remember, because it honestly wasn't played up that well. To kick off the celebration, all fans attending the April 4th, 2026 game against the Houston Astros will receive a replica jersey. So there you go. Like, that's the A's position on all of this, right? And to be fair, I just wanted to include the details they wanted to put out there in the world. Now it's time for me to say what I understand here. Sacramento attendance and support and sentiments, despite what the A's will tell you, were not great in 2025. And I'll simply say below expectations. And I'm also not blaming Sacramentans, Sacramento sports fans. I'm saying the situation dictated subpar attendance and support and sentiments throughout the fan base, throughout local businesses. Watch any of the news coverage. Nobody's exactly thrilled. And I say below expectations. I'm not going to say great, good, medium, bad, whatever. I'm not going to classify it. I'm just going to say the bar was set pretty high, right? You just departed Oakland. Everybody's upset, sad, disappointed, angry, but you're going to Sacramento. It's 90 miles away. There should be excitement in the capital city. A 14,000 stadium capacity, like 10,000 seats and 4,000 on the grass. I was saying for years, if you don't sell out that ballpark, like literally every single game for the honeymoon period of this team's arrival, there's something going on. And what did they have? 7 total sellouts this season. Like opening day, 3 against the Giants, 3 against the Yankees, and that's it. And their first half versus second half attendance, like night and day, the second half really went down. And we had a pretty mild summer weather-wise in California. Everybody was concerned about, well, what happens during the heat waves? Fortunately for the A's, they never really encountered that. But bottom line is, this is a reaction. Like putting Sacramento across the chest all of a sudden, that's not the A's doing this on their own for goodwill. This is reading and reacting to the situation. Uh-oh, It's below expectations. We're not getting the attendance numbers. We're not getting the cooperation sponsorship-wise. We need to do something to entrench ourselves. What can we do? This is not doing something out of the goodness of your own heart. This is reading and reacting to the situation. I would also say it's reading and reacting to, wait, we could sell Sacramento branded merchandise, even though we're not staying here. And I think that writing has been fair on the wall. And look, I've been saying all along, why not do this? I'm not here to tell you, oh, they shouldn't be doing this. I'm saying it's weird that it didn't happen in their first year. And that alone is kind of a message and a look at the mindset of the team. There's a huge demand for Sacramentans to buy anything up there that says Sacramento in green and gold. They either want to commemorate this time, they want a collector's item, or they're hoping that their city eventually gets Major League Baseball and they want to support it. They want to wear this around town. But the A's are also looking at this and probably saying, we could make a fair amount of money off this. I mean, that is a number one reason. This is a reason. This is 1A. This is probably 1B. Let's make some money off this. And maybe the A's are feeling a little bit more confident about how people in Las Vegas feel, because at the same time, right, if you start making Sacramento jerseys with literally no progress on a stadium site, people in Las Vegas get a little bit itchy. Like, wait, what? You're all of a sudden, you weren't Sacramento and now you are, and we've got nothing to show. Well, then the A's can also just pull out some photos and say, well, look at construction. We're pouring concrete at the corner of Tropicana and Las Vegas Boulevard. So maybe there's a little bit more confidence about, hey, see, look, Vegas, we told you, we've got some evidence, whether that comes to ultimate fruition or not. They have the ability to show some pictures and say, well, look, Sacramento's temporary. Take a look at this photo. Like, didn't Nickelback say, look at this photograph? So maybe that's part of it too. And by the way, there's no conflicts with the A's having multiple more jerseys. They don't have a City Connect. They can easily have a third, or if this becomes a fourth jersey for them next season, they don't have too many jerseys. So all of that, I guess I understand. Here's what I don't understand. And you may notice this screen is a little bit more crowded. You went into Sacramento for this season. Last offseason, you said, don't call us Sacramento. The A's literally put out a brand guide. Here's what to call us. We're ATH. We're green and gold. We're not Sacramento. We don't have any identifier. We're just the Athletics. We're not attaching ourselves to Sacramento at all. Now, had they stuck with that position, I would say, okay, at least you're sticking with that position. Had they gone the other way and said, we are going to be branded as the Sacramento Athletics, that's actually what I think was probably in their best interest from the start, but they chose not to do that. They were very intentional about not doing that. And then they read the room. And then they changed directions on that. There's a Sacramento patch to counter the Las Vegas patch on the other side. They get rid of the elephant patch. And now they're putting it across the chest. All of this goes into the entire reputation of the A's to say one thing and do another, or try something until you realize, ooh, this is hard, and then stop trying and just do the opposite thing. Like, all of this fits a reputation and a narrative that already exists out there. And they're just feeding into that by even doing something as simple as this. And so that's the past, right? We're looking at the past and saying, okay, they've done a 180 here. And I don't care whether it's one game a week or 10 times a year, whatever. Like, they said they weren't going to do it, and now they're like, well, we're going to do it. Okay, that's the past. How about the present? Who shows up to a party with a name tag, or in this case, your city's name across your chest? Who shows up to a party wearing a name tag that says, hi, my name is Fred, but don't call me Fred? How confusing is that? How complicated and overly complicated is that? You don't need to be doing that in the real world. Like, you already have enough opposing teams and broadcasters, and anybody who comments and still calls them by accident or by muscle memory, they call them the Oakland Athletics. Whoa, that's a huge mistake. Can't call them Sacramento either. But wait a second. You've chosen to put that across your chest. At this point, like, lean into it. What are you doing? Also, here's something else I don't understand. Today is Sunday, September 28th, week 4 of the NFL season. It's a football Sunday. It's also game 162 of the regular season across Major League Baseball. Final regular season day on the schedule. You're not going to the playoffs. Other teams are fighting for playoff positioning. All the games start at the same time. This is a very interesting day across baseball. And again, it's also a football Sunday. What are you doing dropping this announcement on a Sunday morning? What stopped you from doing this on Tuesday afternoon? You have the whole day to yourself. If you really, like, there's two ways about this. Number one, they either wanted to try and jump in and make this their own, but they didn't, like, because it's a crowded landscape of things going on today. Or, like, they thought it might be a good idea, people are paying attention, or they were intentionally trying to bury this. Like, there is something going on that I cannot figure out. Again, I don't understand this. I wish I had the explanation. Why do you announce this today? And if you think I'm crazy for thinking too deep about that, I'm not. Everything is intentional in the delivery and the messaging. This didn't get leaked out by accident. This was 100% intentional. Put it out on this day, at this time, knowingly with everything else going on. Also, like, the end of the season. You've got all off season to do this. Why wouldn't you do this in February during spring training? People are getting super excited about baseball. They're largely going to forget about this in November, December, and January. Trust me. I will too. Again, I think the A's recent history, well documented. They're flip-flopping. They're doing 180s on things. They're telling people they're going to do one thing and then totally do the other thing or not follow through on things. Their history, their recent history is so well documented. And also, on the other hand, there's enough fans who are aware of all this to hold the A's accountable. Like, at this point, you can't afford to be doing these things. You can't afford to be changing course and changing your mindset and changing your name and changing your ideas. Enough people are on to you at this point. You got to play it super straight, super narrow. You can't think that people won't talk about this in a negative way based on where you've already been. And the last thing I want to point out here is what I don't understand. If you're a Sacramentan, right, and you buy this sweatshirt, you buy this jersey, you buy anything with Sacramento on it because you want to rep your town and you hope that Major League Baseball will ultimately land in Sacramento, whether it's the A's flopping in Las Vegas and just staying in the 916 or getting an expansion team one day. Are the A's simply leading Sacramento on? Like, yeah, you can get an expansion team. You can get an expansion team. Oh, it's 2027, end of the season. We're leaving. Oh, you want us to write you a letter of recommendation? Sure, but you got to go talk to Rob. Go talk to Rob Manfred. By the way, if there even is a 2027 season, my point is, I don't know that the A's are going to ultimately help Sacramento more than they are, hey, buy these shirts, wear our name, see you later, we're out of here. And don't call us when we're in Southern Nevada. We're not going to help you out. It is kind of a case of, and I get it, like, that's why you either had to make one turn in the road or another. You either had to lean into Sacramento from the start, right? That's your city, that's your brand. Hey, when you leave, say great things about them, or just do what they were doing and stay that course. They couldn't even stay the course, and now it kind of feels like they're leading Sacramento on. So again, small thing, honestly, in the realm of sports, a team changing what they're saying across their jersey for a handful of games a season, but if you understand the situation, you realize why this kind of adds up, but it all really doesn't add up if you think about it critically. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. Also, thumbs up while you're down there. Really appreciate that. Helps me, the video, and the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will love to see you back here next time.